What is up, all you little demons out there? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Devil's Hour talk show. Now, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today, especially why or what's going on in modern society where you can't have a commute to work, and then there's traffic, and then you're stuck in traffic, so your boss reams you for being late. Yet it was traffic's problem in the first place. God, I hate people. I just hate them. Like seriously, you're on your way to work, you get stuck in traffic. Hey, buddy, I was there first. How were you there first? You're the Toyota Corolla behind me. You're the fucking Toyota Corolla behind me who's trying to say that you had this. No, you're not. You did not have that spot first. Anyway, there will be a small Q&A after this episode, and, feel free to comment how you're doing for those of you on YouTube. And for those of you on Spotify, I hope you're having a great day. How's it going? Otherwise, back into the ranting, because traffic just sucks, Traffic is the bane of most people's existence. Like, you look at traffic, right? At one point, you're like, oh, yeah, this day will work out for me. Nothing can go wrong. Then the guy in the silver Toyota Camry cuts you off, flips you off, acts like you cut him off, then jumps out 2 cars behind you. Now you're just wanting to get out of there, so you cut off like 20 other people. Then they're all pissed at you. It's like, fuck, I can't get away with anything these days, And you gotta bring something to the table. This is why most people have guns in their cars. And that is the one fact we choose to leave out. That this is why people have guns in their cars. For situations like this, where you need to have a firearm on you at all times, or else you are going to get shot. And it doesn't matter if you're shot before or after next week. It only matters to the person in the car behind you who you just cut off if you're shot before you get to your destination. If they have a gun on them, that is. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a fulfilling episode. A lot of things we're going to talk about in this episode, they're really going to be funny. Some of them are going to be serious, but really, who cares? Yeah, I mean, most of the time, the day just sucks. You're on your way home from work. Next thing you know, the guy ahead of you cuts you off. Then you're like this out your window for absolutely no reason. Then you're like this out your window because the guy behind you is just a complete dumbass who doesn't know how to drive in the first place. And we have all experienced this in some way. We have all experienced that one idiot behind us who just does not give a shit. And we're getting really tired of that idiot. Just seems like maybe he hasn't been banged in a few days. Now let's talk about the 18-year-old, right? Let's talk about the 18-year-old who has a Subaru with the tires out to here, where you can't even see them. With the tires out to here, a spoiler on the fucking back of it. Do you think you're awesome? 'Cause I don't. And if you think you're awesome, then you are truly an idiot. Like, you are truly an idiot if you think you're awesome, because you're not. You're not cool in any way, shape, or form. Your car is not cool, and you are not cool. You need to get that out of your head that you may or may not be cool. Because you are not, and you know it. Anyway, what else is... Oh yeah, let's talk about restaurants for a minute, because you get to the restaurant, you're waiting, the waiter doesn't show up, so you're waiting there for like half an hour, waiting to get your goddamn tortellini from Olive Garden. Yet the fucking idiot waiter never shows up to give you your order, and then you're sitting there wondering when you're gonna get it. It's like, come on, man, I paid 50, it's like, come on, man, I paid $120 for this order, and you're not gonna have it out to me in the time you said you would? What the hell? Like, I paid for this whole entire order, and now you're not gonna have it out in the time you said you would have it out. That is just, what are you doing? Like, you said you were gonna have my order out in a certain time. I want my order. I don't want to be sitting there waiting for my order for like 2 hours, and then be like, what the hell, when it's not sitting on my plate in front of me. I want my pasta. I want my fucking pasta, and I don't want it to take 2 hours for it to get to me. Or else I am going to be pissed off, and I'm going to file like 20 complaints like most Karens in this world. Oh man, Karens are really looking to just put businesses out, man. Like, my God, like, what is society come to in this modern age, where every woman thinks she has, like, where every woman can be petty and thinks she has the right to more than a man does? It's simple. You don't. And yet you haven't seemed to learn that yet, which is really disheartening for most of us, because you are supposed to learn that you don't need everything in this world. And this is just about the Karens, man, because the Karens, they seriously do not need anything in this world, especially to complain when their steak is overcooked at Chili's. So, I mean, pick your battles, You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but pick them right. Just pick your damn battles, man. However you feel like you're gonna win a battle, that's the way you gotta go with, because you're not gonna win a battle any other way besides the way you think you're gonna win it. And if that's with violence, so be it. But, okay, what else? Damn it. I can't think of really anything else. These would be some quick-ass podcast episodes, man. Like, we've got, like, I got barely anything I want to talk about right now, Let's complain about most news outlets, because most news outlets aren't actually providing you good news. These days, it's most podcasts like this that provide you with any good news feed that you aren't getting from Fox, ABC, CBS, news stations like that just provide you with absolute bullshit. And then you got podcasts like this that actually provide you with some good news, and the host that likes to talk about what goes on in their life. Like, seriously, man. Like, what is going on in today's modern age where you can't get good news except if you're listening to a podcast on Spotify or actually watching a news video on YouTube that actually has a good YouTuber talking about what the faults of the world are this week? Because we know we got a bunch of them. We know what happens. We know what we're doing. Yet we just seem to miss the point every single time. And it's not worth the effort to try and again to make that point. We are all slaves to the government, like I said in episode 1. We are all slaves to the government. Our government is fucked, and we know it. But yet we still choose to live in this government with the shit stain that is on us. The government is basically the asshole that shit us out. And we have no reason. At this point, what reason do Americans have to live a normal life in a society where you got Trump in the White House yelling at everybody? It's like, goddamn, man. Again, choose your battles. Pick and choose the battle you want to fight. I mean, if it wasn't for battles, we probably We wouldn't. I mean, if it wasn't for fights against, modern, not modern cultures, but like when World War II and the Civil War were a thing, we probably wouldn't have had those wars if people just knew how to pull their heads out of their asses back then. People don't know how to pull their heads out of their asses now. And that's sometimes what we see in our modern society is just sad. And we choose to shut it down. I mean, we give it enough. We can try again. And yet, like, bro, you're not giving us anything simple to work with here, US. And you're supposed to be giving us all the answers. So what's that? You're just shoving shit down our throats. Trying to get us to pay out more. You should be making us pay less. Not pull money out of our asses just to pay for the necessities that we need. Okay. 11-minute mark. New subject. Yes, go follow me on Wattpad and read my stories if you have not yet, because I make very good stories over there on Wattpad, and I want you guys to enjoy them as much as I enjoy making them, so, yeah, go follow me on Wattpad. And, yeah, at the end of the episode, at the end of an episode, be on the, keep your ears out, can't talk right now. Keep your ears out for the podcast recommendation for podcasts I will recommend. Anyway, what else do we talk about today? Like, do we even, like, okay, here's what I got a problem with. There's something I have a problem with, right? Getting the wrong order at a drive-thru. You go through the drive-thru, right? You're at the speaker. Yeah, can I get a large Whopper meal with a Coke? Pull up to the window, you get your food. And it's a large Whopper Jr. I didn't order this Whopper Jr. I ordered the fucking Whopper. And you're not going to put the Whopper in my bag. You're just going to stick me with this Whopper Jr. Give me my right order. Don't slave over. Don't not do your job. Give me the right order. Give me what I paid for. I paid for a full-ass Whopper. I didn't pay for this Whopper Jr., this little excuse for a burger right here. And you're telling me that's a Whopper? Go screw yourself. That ain't no Whopper. Otherwise, yeah. Like I said, every other day, new episodes. Definitely going to be ranting about a lot more dumbass stuff. So, there you go. Yeah, but there's still a lot more to, like, go through, because as Americans, we're constantly jumping through hoops. We are being led on by restrictions that shouldn't even be in place anyway. And I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're stuck. There's, like, nothing you can do. And you're sitting there waiting for the government to give you an answer, but yet they're just like, you know what? Hope will do something in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up faster. Turns out it's the hand that's definitely full of shit. But otherwise, yeah, it's a lot to process, and this government is just completely screwed. It's like we're living in Monopoly, where everything costs a fuck of a ton of money. I mean, I think we'd be better off living in Monopoly, because at least we could get rich fast. And then lose all that money to the banker, next thing you know, whoever the fucking banker is during the game. That's the thing about Monopoly. Whoever the banker is, they're definitely going to be competitive so they could keep all that money. Because you know they want to keep every single dime they've got in that bank. They don't want to give none of it to you. It's like today's banks. Like, they do not want to give any of that money to you. Because it's like, what can you do? You're not going to have the money to do shit about it anyway. So why are you complaining? Why are you taking the time out of your day to write a 12-page complaint that probably won't even get through to the government? Then go to a press conference. A press conference and talking to the president isn't going to help. The only thing that helps is to just watch the president have a stroke every 12 seconds while he's talking to you. Otherwise, told that joke in episode 1. Hope it's a little funnier here. But, what else? I will be watching a lot of football, so I can cover that on the podcast. And I don't mean soccer, I mean, like, Steelers, Bucks, Buccaneers, shit like that. But anyway, yeah, we are stuck. We are stuck in an endless loop, and it's like, is it ever gonna end? Like, is this endless loop that we are forced to live in ever gonna end? And we know it's not. We know we're fucked, no matter what we do. We have been through this before. Our government sucks. And we have to learn a lesson. Anyway, what do we got in sports? What do we got for sport? You know what? Let me check my phone here. What do we got for sports news today? I'm gonna talk about the NBA. I want to find something interesting to talk about. Basketball. All right, here we go. We could delve into this a little bit. Never mind. Well, I was trying to get on a sports subject, but let's get on the subject of childhood cartoons. Like, sometimes I do go back and I do watch a childhood cartoon, and I think, you know what? I liked it. I liked it when it was around this time, where you knew nothing was gonna be complete bullshit yet, where you knew America wasn't gonna fuck you straight up the ass like it has this time. Where you knew you had a chance to be yourself and not have to worry about what other people think. When Facebook used to be overrun by teens, when fucking Instagram, when Facebook wasn't just meant for senior citizens who want to share posts about their colonoscopies. Hey, Jack, does this colonoscopy look right? I don't know, Jeff. You're gonna have to take a better look at it. What? Yeah, that's Facebook these days. That's Facebook. Mainly just old men comparing colonoscopies. You're not prepared for that stuff when you open fucking Facebook, though. What you're prepared to see is a whole bunch of stupid stuff, but what can you do? What the hell can you do that hasn't already been done? Like, seriously, man. I'm just tired of it all. It's like, you're prepared for one thing, but then the world spins around, throws another right at you like a damn baseball. It's almost like Mike Tyson punched you in the face and said, "I'm sorry." Although you know he meant to punch you in the face because you pissed him off. That's like playing a stupid song and summoning Terry Crews. And then Terry Crews, let's talk about Walmart, actually, for a minute. Because you think Walmart is going to be cheap. And then you get there. You're picking out a whole bunch of stuff. The girl rings you up, or the guy, whoever's working at the counter. And you see that the price keeps going up. Oh, there was 100. Oh, there's 600. Oh, now all of a sudden you spent $1,000 at Walmart. Oh, why? Oh, bother. Oh, Winnie the Pooh jokes. Oh, how many of those can I make in an episode? Oh, I wonder. Oh, sometimes I just wonder what America has next for me. I just cannot wait to find out what type of shit America's gonna throw into my face. Because we all know what's gonna happen. We all know what's gonna happen, and we all have to bear witness to it. We all have to bear witness to what's going to happen to all of us. And we know it. We're screwed. You and I are screwed. There's nothing we can do. Yeah, that was a bit of a Fix parody right there, but yeah, you can take that with a grain of salt if you want. Eminem's new song Houdini is out. That's and people are, let's talk about that for a minute, because people are making theories that may or may not be Eminem's last album. Who knows if it's Eminem's last album? I don't think Eminem would ever retire from the rap game until he was like, what, 70? Then he'd be like, well, what do I do now? I don't want to rap anymore. I'm 70 years old. You know, Eminem's probably never going to leave the rap scene until he's dead. Eminem will keep rapping until he is dead. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about Eminem. That he will keep rapping until he is dead. He is Slim Shady, and Slim Shady never dies. That is all I could say. Eminem is Slim Shady, and Slim Shady will never die. As long as the soul of Slim Shady is with him, is within Eminem, Slim Shady lives. Slim Shady will live if the soul is within Eminem. Oh, what else? What else? Abracadabra. I'm about to pull a trick out my bag, bruh. Abracadabra. Just like that, and I'm back, bruh. Just had to sing a couple lyrics from Eminem's new album, Houdini. Let's see. I think, let's keep talking about this for a minute, because I think the theories with Eminem's album, Houdini, I think those transpire from the fact that Houdini died at 57, and Eminem is currently 57 years old. So, who knows, man? Bro is almost 60, yet he's still dropping bangers. That is insane. That is fucking crazy. That he could be that old and yet still dropping fucking bangers of songs, man. It's, But, what else is there? Did gas prices go up just while I was talking, by the way? Because it seems like they're going up day by day. More and more we are spending on gas, and oh how I tried not to drive. But anyway, it's like, come on, America. Again, pull your head out of your ass. It's not that hard. We have been sitting here for far too long, taking far too much of it, and I am done. Personally, I'm done. Personally, I cannot do it. I cannot stay in America where I know prices are just going to keep going up every frickin' year with no foreseeable end. Ugh. Sorry, I'm a little tired filming this, but that's okay. It's like, even God took a day off. So why won't the president just throw us a bone? You know what, President? You know what, Biden? How about this? How about you give us at least a day? A day. Where we could do whatever the hell we want except violent crime. Give us a free day where we can go into a store and don't have to pay for anything, where we don't have to pay for gas. Make that happen, and then we'll probably be a happier America. Like, one day of free stuff and then put the prices back up. That is it. That is all. One day of free stuff, then you put the prices back up where they were before. And you know what's funny? Yesterday, me and my family went to the zoo. My mom spent $70 on gas. Somehow. In some way. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, are you kidding me right now? There is no way you spent $70 fucking on gas. And we're still gonna go out for food. There is no way that just happened. You spent $70 on gas, and yet you're still wanting to take your family to Chili's. That's just, wow. Hey, I have an idea. Let's put $70 on gas and then go to fucking Chili's. Yeah, how about that's a great idea. That's just a great idea, isn't it? Anyway. After this episode releases, there will be another skit coming out. And that skit is titled Mikey Does Laundry. And you will see how the joke transpires from there. But anyway. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. I hope you guys are too. For those of you on YouTube, if you are enjoying this, why don't you go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and become part of the Little Demons Notification Squad. And for those of you on Spotify, go ahead and give me a follow right here on Spotify. And make sure you follow the podcast itself for new episodes every other day. Alright, back into the conversation. So, yeah. Yeah. Shit is just going downhill from where it's gone before. And we are not getting out of it. It's like burying yourself underground for 24 hours. Next thing you know, your buddies come back to dig your ass up and you're dead. You knew you were going to die trying to do that, yet you tried anyway to see if you can make it 24 hours with no air inside of a wooden box that you knew was going to be your fucking tomb. But anyway, abracadabra, I'm about to pull out my bag, bruh. Anyway, I gotta stop singing abracadabra. It's getting stuck in my head now. What else can we talk about today that we haven't yet discussed? or made fun of. There is still a lot to talk about. Like, holy crap, there is a ton to talk about. And you can hear about it all right here on the Devil's Hour Talk Show. Here's something. You're going to the convenience store. It's just a normal day. You're not expecting anything. You are going to the store, don't expect anything, and all of a sudden, a guy walks in with a gun, and you know the place is getting robbed. So you try to offer him some money so he won't take any out of the register. He smacks you across the face, tells you no. So as the brave good Samaritan, you try to tackle him to the floor and get his gun. But then you end up failing miserably and getting shot in the process of that. Tell me, in the comments on YouTube, how would you get out of that? How would you get out of a robbery? Like, seriously, how the hell would you get out of a robbery when you don't even... Like, there's no way. You can't. You can't get out of the robbery. You are fucked. You are fucked. If you are stuck in a robbery, I'm sorry to tell you, but you are completely and utterly screwed. You try to get out of that robbery, you got another thing coming, pal. That robber is going to shoot you in the face, and you're not going to figure it out until now that you have been shot in the face, and yet you still have to live with that bullet hole right here. Right here. It didn't kill you, but it went right through the back of your face. It went right through your face. And barely missed your head. It went right here, actually, right in the center. And you're dead. But now you gotta think, if it goes through a place where you could survive it, like say maybe it passes through your teeth and through both of your cheeks. A shot like that, you could possibly survive. I've seen people survive shots like that. Getting shot through the cheek like that, you could survive that. That's simple to survive. It's not like trying to survive a hurricane. I mean, you can survive those. Those are also simple to survive, you know what I mean? It's also simple to survive a hurricane. Just say, you know what? Yeah, I survived. Who cares? Let's talk about some Marvel movies. Let's talk about those like Marvel movies when they were good. Let's talk about before Avengers Endgame. And let me tell you really quick. Captain America the Winter Soldier has to be one of my favorite Marvel movies that Marvel ever did. Like, seriously. The twist where it's Bucky, completely unexpected, and spoiler alert, by the way. And, like, that was complete. That even shocked me, my first time watching Captain America the Winter Soldier in theaters. Like, I was like, holy crap, that's Bucky. Because even before that, I watched Captain America the First Avenger. I don't remember watching it in theaters. I remember watching it on TV. Back in 2011 when it came out. Well, yeah, sometime around like 2011, probably. So, yeah. 2011, saw Captain America the First Avenger. I believe it was when it was out of theaters, but I could be wrong. I could have saw it in theaters, and I just don't remember watching it ever in theaters. But yes, Captain America the Winter Soldier, my all-time favorite Captain America movie. But Captain America the First Avenger will always be number one on my tier list. So you have the First Avenger, the Winter Soldier, you know, whatever Captain America movie comes out with Sam Wilson. Well, actually, you have Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then probably Captain America Brave New World when it releases. I have no idea what the plot is to any of that, but, you know. But otherwise, let's move on to a little bit of, just... Alright. So you walk into the bar, you sit down. The bartender offers you a drink. And it's almost last call. So you get your drink, you're only able to take you're only able to do 3 Jack Daniels shots. Right? You're only able to do 3 shots of Jack Daniels before, the bartender says, alright man, you've had enough. Then you're like, just give me 1 more, and I will leave this bar. 1 more shot, and I will leave. Next thing you know, you don't leave. Next thing you know, you opt to stay. And then they get the police involved. The police throw you out. You're banned from the bar. Then where do you go to drink? Just buy your alcohol at the grocery store or the convenience store. Go home. Have as many drinks as you want. Get drunk off your ass. I don't give a shit. But you really shouldn't be drinking, though. Considering the fact that many people have died from alcohol poisoning, you shouldn't be drinking in the first place. I don't know what you're doing. Seriously, you just really need to stop the drinking. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Let's talk about California, because I've been to California before. Let's talk about California. California, no doubt about it. 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 California, city of Compton. Anyway, California. It's kind of a nice place. The Santa Monica Pier is beautiful. I love the Santa Monica Pier. Went to a seafood restaurant on the Santa Monica Pier. But yeah, the beach is nice. Yeah, the fucking Santa Monica is as nice as it's gonna get, man. Even though you might have a couple of cloudy days out there during the summer, it's still nice to just be down at the beach and building sandcastles and shit. It's nice to do all that. And I was young and innocent. And now I know that our world is just filled to the brim with bullcrap, man. And you can't escape. They tell ya there's probably gonna be an escape. And you're like, no, there's not. There is no escape from the world. We have been burdened. We have been burdened one too many times. There is no fucking escape from this fucking shit fest. But California, yeah, it's a nice place. Yeah, it's definitely a nice place. Elko, Nevada is a pretty nice small town too. That's where I grew up. Well, not grew up, but that's where I was born. Basically my hometown, Elko, Nevada. Nice place. Nice place. They're starting to build houses on top of houses, though. So, Elko is starting to turn into a mini Vegas very fast. Vegas I've also been to. Vegas, highly polluted. Vegas sucks. Honestly, Vegas sucks. The only good thing about Vegas is when the UFC is out there, when Monster Jam is out there, when any of those events are out there. That is the only good part about Vegas. If you live in Vegas, I feel sorry for you. Because your city is a smogged up, dirty, cesspit of despair, and fuck all of it. But anyway. But otherwise, you got your good days and you got your bad days and you got your bad. But yeah. Anyway, back to the California talk, because I've also been up to a small town in California called Pine Mountain Club, where my mom, my sister, and I would stay in a cabin. It was nice. Till the people who would rent us the cabin were not very nice. See, so that was the only thing that sucked about Pine Mountain Club, is the people who were not very good to you. And, you know, it's like, why? Why are you not being nice to me? Why do I have to sit here through this torture if now you're not going to be nice to me and then you ban us from your cabin? I made fucking friends out there in Pine Mountain Club, California. I had friends out there. Couldn't make friends in Santa Monica, but let me tell you, there were some beautiful girls out there. There were some very pretty girls in Santa Monica. And I'm not just saying that because I got to see girls in bikinis when I was 10 years old. But otherwise, yeah, there were some pretty cute girls out there. But anyway, kind of getting off subject here. It's just the world, man. It's the world is just a fucked up place. The world has become a fucked up place. I mean, yeah, a lot of screwed up events have happened in the world. You know, ranging from terrorist attacks to fucking President Biden. Oh, oh, oh man, yeah, ranging from terrorist attacks to President Biden. Yeah, that's a good combo right there. Yeah, you're. But yeah, a lot of those terrorist attacks were tragedies, man. They shocked the world. But otherwise, playgrounds. I I I kind of hate them. I kind of like them. It's got to be a certain playground because I like to try and practice parkour. So it's really got to be like a certain playground type. It's really got to be like just a certain playground where I know I can jump and leap off of shit without falling on my face or missing something in any way, or just generally fucking up the jump when I try to go off of it. But that's something completely different. Like, say you're on a skateboard, right? You're going down a steep hill, and you're getting speed wobbles. You're like, oh shit, what do I do now? And then you bail off the board, and you scrape your ass up pretty good. You scrape your body up pretty good. You got road rash. You're like, I ain't skateboarding for a while. Man, I really fucked that one up. And then you go to, and then it's basically similar to the drive-through restaurant conversation. Because again, you go to the drive-through restaurant, you order something certain, and they give you something completely different sometimes from what you ordered. And you're like, how in the world did you fuck that up? Like, how did you fuck that up? Because there is no way you should have been able to do that. There is no way you should have been able to mess up my order. But yet you still messed up my order in some capacity. Because I knew this wasn't my fucking order, yet you messed it up so bad that now I'm forced to take this home, or you could just give me my money back and I can hand you back this shit sandwich you just gave to me. So that I can actually get my effing order. It's not that hard. Just do your fucking job. I mean, seriously. Just do your job. God damn. It ain't that fucking hard, but you make it seem like it is. For no reason. You make it seem, oh, I got too hard a job. I can't do it. I can't do it. You can do your job. You know you can do your job. Yet you just choose to be a lazy bastard and not fucking do it. You choose not to do your job. And I feel bad for you because that is just too fucking sad. The fact that you can't do a simple job, that's disappointing. And you know it is to most of this world. Because you know, in your mind, that this world's looking you right in the eye. And they're like, listen, bastard, you do your job right or don't. They're like, listen, man, you do your job right or don't do it at all. I don't give a crap. You just better do your fucking job right because I ain't paying you to laze around all day. It's like, for real, man. I know you're not paying me to laze around all day, but the hell else am I supposed to do? When you're not instructing me on how to do something if I'm in training, or you're just sitting there yourself with your thumb up your ass. How am I supposed to follow your role? If you're sitting there with your fucking thumb in your ass, or you're just texting on your phone, texting your girlfriend being like, hey, so we're still on to fuck tonight? But anyway, completely veering off subject once again, this podcast is a whole fucking mess. This podcast is canceled. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm enjoying doing this. I love this. This is fun, you know. I can't deny it, you know. I love you guys. This is amazing. But here's something else, you know. You fuck something up, you mess it up, you do whatever. There are things you could do to fix it. You know there are things you could do to fix it. No, you still decide to leave it fucked up because that's the only thing you know how to do. You know how to fuck something up and just leave it that exact way. You know how to leave it the same way it was when you previously fucked it up, but you just decide not to repair it because you're like, because now all you're doing is holding a big middle finger to your coworker saying, or to the night shift worker who's like, well, now I gotta repair this. So you're basically just saying fuck you to the night worker. You're gonna pay for this on your own. So, you know, it's bullshit, you know? And I mean, it was like COVID. You have one job. It was like during COVID, right? You have one job. And that job is to just stay home. Yet then you got those people who are still going out and spreading the disease. And then you're like, why can't you just stay the fuck home? It's not that hard. Why can't you just stay home and not exit your fucking house for about 2 minutes and give us the freedom we need so that this disease can dissipate and not be killing half of the fucking population? Because that's what COVID does. That's what COVID did. COVID killed half of our fucking population, and we failed to notice it. We failed till now to notice that half of our population was already dead. Half of our population was already fucked. And we fucking knew it. Because we allow it. That's what we do. We allow this shit. We're basically the ones feeding ourselves a shit sandwich on a fucking bun. Like, we're putting shit onto a bun, we're smashing it down, and then we're like, here's your sandwich that you ordered, now go fuck yourself. That's basically what we're saying. And it's simple. Do your job, do it right, don't fuck up, and you can go home and have a good day. But no, half of you choose to not do your job right, tell the night shift workers to fuck off, and then you go home. Next day, you know, you're fired. Okay, what else is on today? No, I'm just kidding. Although, you know, all the racial stuff going on in the U.S. these days is just ridiculous. Oh, and all these new genders that all of a sudden, and I'm not hating on anybody, I'm not hating on any genders, I'm just saying all these genders are just fucking ridiculous. Just pick one. You don't need to be like 14 different things. Oh yeah, I identify as a Christmas tree. What the hell? Hi, I identify as a pipe? What the fuck? How could you you don't even look like a pipe. You don't even look like a goddamn pipe. You're gonna say you identify as a pipe? This isn't making much sense to me, my friend. You need to choose something better to identify as than a goddamn pipe. Because it seems so hard not to identify as a fucking pipe, yet you choose to do it. Yet you choose to identify as a lead pipe. Oh yeah, I identify as a notebook. Okay, so could I just say that I identify as Steve from Blue's Clues? And you could be my handy-dandy notebook? Anyway, let's see. Want to talk about chick flicks? No, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about streaming. Let's talk about streaming platforms like Hulu, you know, Tubi, Prime Video, shit like that. You're paying for these subscriptions, and yet the company tied to those subscriptions, they keep raising the price, so it keeps fucking you up the ass, and you know it is. Like Hulu. My mom claims she is paying $100 for Hulu, and yet I don't know whether she is or not. It's like, what the if you're paying $100, you're only paying $100 for Hulu because your Disney Plus is connected to it, and so is your ESPN Plus, yet we don't even have ESPN Plus. So I don't know how you would be paying at least $90-something for the fucking Disney Plus being connected to fucking Hulu. It's like, holy shit. Excuse me. But yeah. Like, you're complaining about paying as much as you are for Hulu. What else is there? What else is there? There's not much else. There's fucking... I mean, iShowSpeed. Alright, let's talk about Twitch for a minute, because sometimes Twitch is ridiculous. As a Twitch streamer, I find it ridiculous that I have to put up a language or vulgarity warning on... So what? I want to say fuck at least 120 times on my stream. Yeah, I'll say fuck as many times as I want to say it on my stream. But now I have to put up this tag so you know that there's swearing and that you're gonna hear shit, fuck, bitch, bastard. You're gonna hear shit, fuck, bitch, bastard. You know, dumbass, asshole. You know, something like maybe even cunt. I mean, you'd hear that a couple times a stream, maybe, if you're lucky. I don't fucking know. Otherwise, and again, for YouTube, this is all just basically kind of educational, I guess, and comedic at the same time. But anyway, it's like, come on. This world's got to choose its battles. We cannot stay in a society where everything is fucked up any longer. The more we do that, the more we fuck up the world. The more we become aliens. Hey, maybe I want aliens now to come down and drag me into their spaceship and probe me in the ass. That would be better than living in this country. Oh god, that is about the gayest joke I've ever told in a video or in any circumstance, be it on camera or off camera. That was one of the gayest jokes I've ever told. And not to mean that in an offensive nature, just basically saying that that was a gay joke. Like a gay joke. Oh, man. Let's talk about Diddy for a second. Let's talk about P. Diddy. Because why? Why did you have to go and do what you did, Diddy? There was no reason for you to do what you did, yet you did it anyway. I don't know much about it, but still, I felt like I had a need to make fun of Diddy for about, 2 seconds, because Diddy, what you did was probably inexcusable. You stole money from people, I'm assuming, and for your fucking record label. But anyway, you ever seen that movie Fargo? Yeah, I hear that was based on a true fucking story about, a guy paying 2 guys to kidnap his wife, some shit goes wrong. Now the guys want whatever they fucking want. Now the guys are getting serious about this. They're gonna keep his wife if he doesn't do some certain shit. And that movie is just a whole entire... I love that movie, don't get me wrong. That movie is one of my favorite movies. I love it. Excellent actors. Steve Buscemi, William H. Macy. Actors like that. They were brilliant performances all around. And, that movie came out in the 80s, so mentioning it now, it's not gonna harm nothing. Mentioning a fucking masterpiece like Fargo isn't gonna mess anything up. Sorry, I got a little pissed off there. Jojo Siwa, I hate you. You suck, Jojo. Why did you have to go and even think about putting your version? I mean, because there was an unreleased version of Karma that I only know about this from TikTok, because there was an unreleased version of Karma, and I think it got around to Jojo Siwa's producers. So then Jojo Siwa took it upon herself to do Karma and put out the song. Why would you do... Jojo, you have turned everything on its head when you did that. You were a Nickelodeon star who wore bows in her hair, and now you're fucking dressing like you're a new age emo. And it's like, what the hell? Now, do you identify as something else? Do you identify as a stop sign now? Am I supposed to stop whenever I fucking see you? It's Jesus Christ. This is why this world is going downhill. This is why the world is fucked. This is why we're all screwed. This is why. This is why. Because of what Jojo Siwa's doing, shit like that. It's why I can't trust the world anymore. It's so stupid to know that I can't trust the world anymore because of Jojo fucking Siwa. And Biden, you can't trust the world anymore because of certain actors. You can't trust it because of President Biden. You can't trust it because of P. Diddy. You can't trust it because of fucking Jojo Siwa. You can't trust it because of anyone. And it's like, God, can't I ever have one good day in this world where nothing goes to shit? And it's, man, it's just completely fucked, We are completely screwed. We know it, but we don't try to do anything about it. We sit here with our thumbs up our asses, our guns in our hands, and our beers. And if we were rednecks, we'd be sitting here right now with our thumbs up our asses, our guns in our hands, and a gun in our hand and a fucking beer in the other. So what are we supposed to do now? You know. But anyway, that's probably going to be the end of this episode of the Devil's Hour Talk Show. And your podcast recommendation for today is Distractable, because it is a very fun podcast. For those of you on YouTube, if you don't know what Distractable is, head over to Spotify and look up Distractable. It is a funny podcast hosted by Markiplier, Lord Minion 777, and MySkirm. Also known by their real names, Mark Fishbach, Wade Barnes, and Bob Myskins. So, go over and look at that podcast after this episode, and I will see you guys in the next episode of the Devil's Hour Talk Show. Peace out and hang loose, little demons.